Hello Deadheads, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time. Today we're going to do a little bit of a breakdown of this guy right here, the R33S. You're going to see this video in two different parts. I apologize, I'm a one-man show. Like I said, I didn't want to have a lot of footage of me fumbling around with this thing, but I was able to take this thing apart and show you guys the inside and verify some information on the inside, and also to improve the D-pad experience. So hope you guys enjoy this and understand this is the first time I've done a breakdown video or even tried to do something like this. So just wanted to give you that little heads up as you see this and wonder, Deadfred, why is this video weird like that? But that's why. Anyways, look for our complete review and setup guide for the R33S in the future. I hope you guys are enjoying the content. Please hit that like button and subscribe. Help us grow the channel. Please spread the word. Some of you have been giving me some great positive feedback, some criticism. I need it. I want to make the channel better. So please send that my way because I want this to be our community. Anyways, Deadheads, let's go to my second introduction to this video. We'll be right back. Hello Deadheads, welcome back to my channel, or welcome for the first time, new Deadheads. Today we're going to do a breakdown of the R33S. So we're a bit curious about how much RAM is really in here, what do the insides look like, and can we get this D-pad working a little better. So I wanted to do a video, just quick, taking the thing apart, taking a look at it, examining it, and seeing what we can discover about this. And so first we got our trusty tool here. It looks like it uses a size 1, so I do have this here. And we're going to go ahead and start to take the screws off here. So it looks like it has the 4 screws. Well, let me back up. Let's take the battery out. First step, let's remove the battery. Take the battery out of here. You can see that it plugs in right there. There's a little plug-in right there for it to go into. So very much like the MIUI Mini, not very different here. So let's just get this battery pulled out of here. And now the battery is out. One good thing about these sort of handheld units are that the batteries are replaceable. You're not going to have that in something like your higher-end Odin or whatever. 3,000 milliamp hour. I thought it was advertised at 3,200, so this one's at 3,000. So again, the marketing material, there's a reason this company is probably having some issues with being sued by MIUI, because we don't have facts here and things that are necessarily adding up to make sense here. So a little bit there you can see right here that we have, that's the connector for the battery right there. So we've got the back door off, we've got the battery off, and this back door is very reminiscent of the MIUI. Little hard plastic, nice little design there. And let's start removing the screws here. There's 4 of them in the corner to take this case off. We'll get them loosened up here. This one is pretty far down there. And there's the 2 screws here on the back. So let's get this loose. Loosey-goosey, righty-tighty, lefty-loosey, etc., etc. Always remember to place the screws where you know where they're going to go back, so you can put them back in that right place. Okay, let's see if we can get this one down here out. This one's in there pretty good. So you guys can kind of see what I'm doing here. Gotta love magnetism. So here is screw number 3. So these came out pretty easily. I'm not going to say it was too hard to get these first 4 out. So we still have this one up here. This one's being a little bit of a stubborn, not wanting to come out. Now the quality control for these units, I don't know, it's hard to tell, you know. So we got our screws here taken out, and let's take this out right here. So the 2 under the battery door. Anyways, I'm not the best at this, so apologize. I'll try to edit out just pictures of my hand there to get this out, this breakdown. And let's see. Yep. Okay, so that came off pretty simple, pretty easily. Little trigger here. So if you want to do a shell swap ever in the future, of course, this is, you know, how you would do it. The triggers here. The membranes look okay. We noted that these were very clicky whenever we were clicking and playing through them, but they functioned really well. So I think these are actually pretty good. I would say in many cases probably better than even the, you know, the Miyu. Let's take a look at our board here. And all right, camera cooperate, zoom in. R33S version 10. The board is from September 8th, 2023. So I'm pretty sure that this is something they've been working on for a lot longer than we probably knew here. So it looks like we have our Rockchip here. Let's see if it really is a 3326, and it is. So it's not the S, so it is the 3326 variant, just the regular. And so yeah, so these pads here look nice. All right, there's our ports, our OTG port. There's our headphone jack and our DC in port right there. There's our internal battery right there for it. And then here is our TF card slot 1 and TF card slot 2. And then the board is secured here with these 2 right here. So it looks like, as far as the memory, we have right here, if I can get the camera to zoom in, the Rockchip. So let's see here, through the magic of editing. So that's the Rock 817. And so a little bit closer here at this board, just for you guys. Some of you out there probably are going to have a lot more expertise than me as to the components of this. I'm learning, but there is that there. And then, of course, this is the main 3326. Over here we have a chipset. I'm upside down. Let's turn that around. And an SEC 930, so it looks like 482 gigabytes. So maybe this is indeed 512 memory. Somebody in the comments help me out and leave me information here. But this again is a tour of the board, the inside of it. The little speakers. Contacts for the outer side of it. And this is where you would, if you wanted to change out, let's go ahead and take off these other screws and see what's behind the veil. Zappity zap zap. So these aren't in there too tight, which is good. We should be able to lift these out here. And if you were going to do a shell swap, that white out in the wild, of course, is very, I would like to have that. I wouldn't mind doing the shell swap here. Although I do like this transparent black for it. So we got that out. And we got almost, this one's being a little stubborn. And then we do have our display ribbon cable here, so we have to take that off. Be very careful to remove that. And you can see here I mentioned that the D-pad was a little bit kind of funky, so seeing if maybe getting these in here a little better will help with that. I know Retrospect also on his unit ran into some weird oddities with the membranes there. So that's for our buttons, and for our D-pad here, there's our buttons. So if you were going to change out the color buttons, that's how you would change them out right here. Again, this is attached to your screen. I don't want to detach that. So that's a look there at the inside. And then the back of the board here, get a little look at it. And yeah, that's basically the unit. So I'm going to get... Alright guys, after much trial and error, and I didn't want to waste the video showing you guys everything, I think I've finally gotten the D-pad in a better place. The key is these two screws right here. Let me zoom in on them. These screws cannot be too tight. If they're too tight, then you're going to get poor D-pad result. And so after playing around with this, I think I've gotten it at the right optimal level of tightness, because now the D-pad feels really good. You can feel that springy sort of feeling that you look for in a D-pad, the buttons. Now, it's not easy. Like I said, this is my first attempt at doing this, so kind of proud of myself. But the membranes that are under here, they have to go in a certain configuration, and if you put them in wrong, you will also have problems. So again, the key here is to make sure these two screws are not too tight and that you have your membranes in the right position there. But let's pause, get this together, and let's fire up a game and see if this really did make a difference as far as the D-pad goes, and we'll be right back. Alright guys, here's the big test. Let's see. So far, it seems to be working a lot better. I definitely was able to move through the menus smoother, but let's get into this gameplay, because this is where it was dragging ass. And let's see, did we actually improve it? Yes. I have to say yes. This is better, way better. So I think if you get one of these units and you feel like the D-pad is just off, open her up and loosen those screws. I think that's the key here to definitely make a difference. It may take you a few tries like it took me to make sure you don't screw up the membranes, because those definitely, if they're not lined up right, will make a big difference. So yeah, I've got command of this. I feel this is good. So, all right, guys. So, again, that was just a look at the inside of the R33S. Took a look at the inside. We repaired the D-pad by loosening the screws that were underneath and made it just way more responsive. So maybe they can start shipping these better. You know, maybe I had three of these, so out of all three, they all had a similar issue with the D-pad. So I don't know if this is just a way at the factory or maybe the person putting them together. But this is still a great little machine. Hope you guys, like I said earlier, are enjoying it. Sorry for breaking this up into two parts, but I didn't want to film forever me fumbling and trying to get through this. But life is about not giving up. Failure is only failure if you don't keep trying, and as long as you learn from something. So this has been Deadfred with his first breakdown and repair of the D-pad on this R33S. We'll see you next time, friends. Deadfred out.